Hey, hello, how do you do? Shady Doorags here, and welcome back to the Zelda Dungeon Weekly feature. This is where we feature some of the art that's been going on the Zelda Dungeon DeviantArt website. Before we get started, I got a couple of announcements that I would like to go over. First off, if you hear a lot of sniffing or anything like that, I apologize. My allergies are very active right now. Um, Second off, I apologize for last week. There was no video last week. There was no feature last week, and that was because I didn't have internet and there was nothing I could do. Um, I wasn't able to get internet until way after the date, so I dealt with that. Third off, sorry for the lateness of this video. I do try to do these videos on Saturday night and then release them for Sunday morning for you guys. But video is delayed for such and such reasons. Now this week, usually we're going to be breaking some rules this week. Usually we do um, a maximum of three per week. This week I'm going to double that and say six because we did miss last week's. Also, I am disabling the rule that the last winners cannot win because it's been 2 weeks. So I think it's perfectly fine that there are multiple in this instances. Usually, though, the same artist cannot win in the same week, and they cannot win 2 weeks in a row. Also, if your picture is in the Halloween contest that's going on right now, those pictures are not going to be able to be eligible for the Zelda Dungeon Weekly feature, just so that we can eliminate any bias for that contest. So just to let you know, it's not that I hate your art or anything, but that contest is being run by Dark Zelos, and I want there to be no bias coming from anybody who's going in there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this week's pictures. The first one we got is Oracle Seasons by Austria Kanichan, sorry. Watching too much anime. And this one I saw, it was almost no, not almost. It was instantly. I said this one has to be featured. This is a traditional drawing. It looks like Din from Oracle Seasons. It says Oracle Seasons, so it must be Din from Oracle Seasons, and it is just beautiful. I love the 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 way all the colors, the what am I trying to say? The lighting of all the colors. Like you've got the warm yellow green in the background, and it's over the pink that's on Din. Like you would think the red and yellow would clash. The red and yellow, the orange and yellow in the back would clash with her red hair, but they don't. This just looks beautiful. Like I feel like a mixture of summer and fall as I stare at this. I can feel the heat. That's a nice brown border. I just noticed that. And the way she's posed, beautiful. It just fantastic job, Austria Canon Chen. If you want to check this out, it is on Zelda Dungeon Deviant Arts. Links in the description. You can also check out more art by Austria Chen. Link is in the description. Next up, we have Dead Hand by Filiana. This just dazzled me when I looked at it. First off, let's talk about that dead hand. Look at that mouth, how it stretches out. That is, you could have just drawn a straight draw, but you got it curving out as if it's trying to swallow Link's entire hat, not just his head. Like I believe that thing could eat somebody's head. That is amazing. It is genuinely creepy, and the glow on all the arms, that purple glow. I myself try to capture glow like that, and I don't always succeed. And I think you did a fantastic job here. This is just straight up creepy. The skulls on the wall behind them, I like the lighting on them, especially the one on that big skull. Like there's some people who put a lot of focus on the background unnecessarily, and the blur that you have on the background and the fog around the feet. Nice touch. Nice touch. Some people out there probably like the blood. I think the blood was a necessary part. It's not anything that I find favorite, but the saliva. You could have made that blood, but you kept it saliva. I appreciate that. This is a great touch. If you want to check that out, it's on Zelda Dungeon Deviant Art Group. Link is in the description. Or you can check out more art by Filiana. Link is in the description. Next up, we have a Shield for a Hero or its Shadow by Grenier Iliane. And this one shows Ravio from A Link Between Worlds and Dark Link. Now, I've never played A Link Between Worlds, but what really captured this was, Ravio looks fine, but it was Dark Link that really captured me, and the silver on his skin is something I really appreciate. Now, anybody who's played A Link Between Worlds. Maybe you could tell me exactly what's going on here, because this might be some in-joke that I'm not seeing. But it was really Dark Link who captured me. The silver on his face and the silver on his hair, I thought that was a nice touch. And I like his outfit overall. That's a shield for a hero or its shadow. Wow, that is a mouthful. By Grenier Iliani. You can check that out in the Zelda Dungeon Art group. Links in the description. Or you can check out more by them. Link is in the description. Next, we have Sunrise Serenade by Dark Lord III. Dark Lord the Third D, I think is what that's supposed to be. And basically, we have... I read the description of this. This is supposed to be Ilia. And I didn't catch that at first because she looks extremely different. I'm not sure if it's the lighting or the fact that she's wearing, you know, a dress and not peasant clothes that Ilia is known to be wearing. Ilia from Twilight Princess, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. And she's supposed to be playing a harp. The lighting on this one, really, I thought it was beautiful. The lighting on her legs, I thought was just amazing. The sky, to me, looks a bit two-dimensional. This is a three-dimensional art, but the sky, to me, looks two-dimensional. The foreground, however, does not. So I don't know if you did that on purpose. If you did, hey, good job. And that is Sunrise Serenade. You can check that out on the Zelda Dungeon Deviant Art group. Links in the description. Or you can check out more by Dark Lord the Third D. Link is in the description. Next, we have Into the Woods by Z-Ray. Now, Z-Ray has been here on the feature before, and Z-Ray put in a lot of things I considered featuring this week. But ultimately, this one won because I feel it's so simple yet unique that it really spoke to my artistic mind going on. We just got one simple color, and we basically got scribbles going on here. And it's Link and Navi, or it might be Tattle, but Link and Navi, Link and a fairy in the woods, and they're just walking across a log. And just the way they were able to convey such a picture with just what is essentially scribbles. You know, that might sound less elegant than it might sound like I'm making fun of this, but I'm not. I'm genuinely impressed. That's why it's here on the featured. The fact that you can convey this picture to me in such a way that it's a bunch of lines come together, which is... anyway, it's a great piece. Great piece, Z-Raid, once again. You can check that out on the Zelda Dungeon Art, link in the description, or you can check more by Z-Raid. Link is in the description. And finally, we have Linktober, Day 19, Skull by Nightshade Studio. Now, this one jumped out to me because it wasn't a drawing. It was a collage, and it kind of reminds me of the whole Mardi Gras, not Mardi Gras. What's that day called? Mardi Gras, Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, kind of atmosphere. And there's a simple background, which I think was best. You could have gone with like purple clouds or something, but I actually think a black background works well for this. And some simple shapes making up a necklace and a skull. I believe it's supposed to be the skull necklace from Wind Waker. I'm going to be really upset that's in the description because right now I'm showing that I didn't read the description. But that's what it reminds me of. Oh! That's why it reminds me of Dia de los Muertos, because the skulls in Wind Waker are kind of similar to that. So it probably is the same skull necklace from Wind Waker. And I think it's a great job, Nightshade Studio. Greatly appreciate that. You guys can check that out on the Zelda Dungeon Art, Zelda Dungeon Deviant Art, excuse me. And you can also check out more pictures on Nightshade's profile. Link will be in the description. So that is all for this week's features. Thank you to all the artists for submitting your artwork. If you would like to be submitted for the weekly feature, all you have to do is sign up for Zelda Dungeon on DeviantArt and submit your picture, and it is automatically eligible for our weekly feature. As I said, if you sign up for the Halloween contest, that will not be eligible. A person cannot win twice in the same week, and a person cannot win 2 weeks in a row. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you guys next week with our next weekly feature. So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.